Hey, come on in the kitchen. This is Marjorie Wildcraft, and today is going to be all about the classic Four Thieves tonic. And if you haven't read the article I posted about the Four Thieves tonic, back during the times with the Black Death, there's a legend that some thieves had gone in with impunity into people's houses and robbed them, and they seemed to be robbed and looted, and they seemed to be impervious to catching any disease, and they didn't seem to care about it. And when they finally got found out, of course, there actually are court records that showed where they testified as to what they had done in order to be so cavalier about catching the Black Death. Pretty severe thing. Good thing to know about. We are going to get into more on natural preventions for plagues, which is certainly something epidemic, something we need to be concerned about. I've been making this for a couple of years, and what I find it really useful for is, you know, in January, after you've been visiting all your in-laws and the family gatherings and the parties and everything, and you're kind of getting that, your immune system could use a boost. And also in February, when you're just getting downright tired of winter and you're ready for spring to come, I find I'll make this and drink a tablespoonful every now and then, maybe use it as a part of my salad dressing. And it definitely revs me up, spices me up, gets me warmed up, gets my immune system going. And I really enjoy it. I feel it really helps to shift some of the stagnant things that happen in wintertime. It's really simple to make. I'm going to show you how to make it. Does it prevent plague? I am not real sure about that, but I will tell you this is really potent medicine. Now I'm going to show you the ingredients I've used here. There's tons of different possibilities. We're going to have a whole list of them down available for you of different things you can use that are in your bioregion. What I've got here is garlic, ginger, horseradish, a little bit of rosemary, some hot peppers, some juniper berries, vinegar, an empty jar, a knife, and a cutting board. I'll go back into a few of these. The garlic I didn't grow myself, although I usually do grow garlic. I just haven't gotten any in the ground recently. Ginger does not grow in this bioregion. I picked it up at the grocery store. Horseradish will grow almost anywhere, and what you're looking for, if you haven't noticed, are things that are really pungent. Rosemary, my bush outside the house. My brother-in-law grew these jalapenos, and then I harvested some of these little chili peppers from a bush in his yard. Funny story about those chili peppers, by the way. A couple of years ago, I was harvesting some from a friend's house, and I put a whole bunch in my front pocket, thinking I was good. And oh my God, these things, you don't need to break them open. They are just hot. My leg burned for I don't know how long. It was awful. Be careful when you're wildcrafting these things. Funny, the little birds eat them, and they don't have any heat to them at all for the birds. This is my own homemade vinegar, and I'm going to be getting you that. I promised you that other vinegar. Making vinegar is really easy and something you can do, and it'll be another wintertime activity. And I'm going to get that video out to you real soon. Let's get started here, but basically we're just going to chop all this up, stuff this jar full of things, put the vinegar in there, shake it up, and let it sit for about a month. Right now it's the end of November, and by the time I'm really needing this in January, it's going to be ready. So let me get started showing you how I cut and chop things. I tend, since I know I'm going to be throwing out the solid material later, I'm going to just strain off the liquid, which is all I want. I tend to be a little sloppy with this, so I'm not peeling all the garlic completely the way you might as if you were preparing a dish for your family. So I'm just getting all the rough stuff off. I'm not too concerned about all the wrappings getting in there, because if you remember, we're going to strain this all off later. And by the way, if you know of an easy way to peel and cut garlic, definitely send me a link. So I'm just getting my garlic pieces together. Might want to chop them up a little bit more than that, but basically we're just going to want that garlic to get all infused. Okay, next I'm going to work with the ginger. Now you could spend a whole lot of time peeling this ginger and going crazy with that, but again, I'm always into simple, fast, and easy. So I'm just going to cut it open. By the way, I did wash and rinse these pretty good, so I know that that bit doesn't look too good. So I do know that there wasn't anything on the external surface to worry about. And who knows, the skin of that root may have something in it. They say that all the nutrition in a potato is in its skin. So here I've got my chunks of ginger. That smells good already. The Asians almost have mystical beliefs about the power of healing of ginger. Good, and I'm gonna set my ginger aside. The next thing I'm gonna go for is my horseradish root. Yeah, I'm gonna cut off the ends on this, but this is real similar again to the ginger. Ooh, this is a little bit of a tough one. But again, I'm just gonna try and expose as much surface area as I can with this. Whoops. Well, that'll be one for the compost pile, huh? Probably need a bigger knife for this. I love these Mora knives if you haven't figured that out yet. Maybe for Christmas this year I'll get a good set of chef's knives. And again, I just want to get these guys into as much surface area as possible without it being a lot of work. It's going to be sitting in that vinegar for about a month, so it'll get pretty infused in there. Okay, so we got everything chopped. It really doesn't take that long, and as I said, just do it kind of roughly. So, real simple, just take a handful of this, a handful of that, you know, a handful of this, sprig or two of that, chili pequins. Oh, you know, probably should chop up one of these peppers. Texas grown jalapeno. Watch out, ladies and gentlemen. So we're basically, and then some juniper berries. And then I'm going to go around again. Some garlic, horseradish, whoops, ginger, stuffing it all in there. A little bit more rosemary, some more hot peppers. Get those juniper berries in there. Going around again. Horseradish, ginger. And not much is going to fit in there anymore, is it? Let's see if I can shove this in there. Okay, so I've got that just about as crammed as it can get. I'm going to put my vinegar in there. By the way, if you don't have your own homemade vinegar, what I highly recommend is Bragg's. Bragg's has this liquid aminos organic, or I'm sorry, apple cider vinegar, and with the mother. Good stuff, good stuff. It's a good one to use if you don't have your own. And then I'm just going to fill this up. Put a lid on it. And I've got it filled up pretty much to the top. We're going to let that, whoops, going to get that mixed up, and I'm going to let that sit. Well, I guess that's not as good a seal as I had hoped, but I'm going to let this sit for about a month. I'll come and shake it up every now and then, and of course anytime you make your own medicine, you want to put your hands on it and set an intention in there for healing, for good health. And put your energy into it. That's a really powerful part of making medicine is putting a part of yourself into it in that energetic level. But there you go. About a month from now, all I'll do is I'll just strain this off with a tea strainer, and put the liquid into a jar that I'm going to use, and then I'll throw the solid pieces into my compost pile. And that's it. That's the 4 Thieves Tonic. You're going to love it. It really is. I don't really like spicy, hot things. It's not my nature. But I tell you, if there's for some reason, I just love the taste of this stuff. And it seems to work out by having all these different varieties of all these stimulating things. Your immune system is going to love it. Make an extra one. Give some to friends. Talk to you later. This is Marjorie Wildcrafting. We'll see you on that next video.